Hey.
Hey.
Kevin Parks. He's 10 years old. He woke up with 8 out of 10 abdominal pain and a fever of 103.
We gave him Tylenol and a cool bath, but nothing's worked.
Okay. All right, Kevin, let's get you up on the bed.
Ow! That hurts.
That hurts? All right.
All right. You got it.
We're gonna figure out why.
There you go.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Dr. Manning. This is Dr. Halstead. Can you show us where it hurts?
Right here.
Right there? Okay. Has anything like this ever happened before?
No, never.
Abdomen is tender but not rigid with no rebound.
Bowel sounds are decreased. I don't like it. It could still be his appendix, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis.
Temps up to 104.
Give ibuprofen to start cooling measures.
Is there any other medical history we should be aware of?
Yes, he's been diagnosed with Pandas.
Pandas?
Pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorder associated with streptococcal infection.
Kevin started getting tics and OCD after a strep infection 2 years ago. Nobody else could figure out what it was until finally Dr. Kravitz diagnosed him.
Okay, we'll be sure to give him a call.
I've heard of Dr. Kravitz. He sees a lot of kids with pandas, right?
He's one of the nation's top experts.
I'm guessing Dr. Kravitz put Kevin on long-term prophylactic antibiotics to fight the residual strep.
Yes, he did.
CBC, chem panel, blood cultures, abdominal CT, and hangogram of vancostat.
We're gonna start him on some medication while we run some tests to try to figure out what's going on, okay? We'll be back to check on him shortly.
Thank you.
Hey, you've heard of this Dr. Kravitz? He labels every kid's neurological condition as pandas. It's not even an officially recognized diagnosis.
Either way, right now, that child is in real pain with a real fever.
Right, because he's been on 3 different antibiotics for over 12 months, which we both know has wiped out all the healthy flora in his gut, causing a massive superinfection. And all because his parents shopped around for a doctor willing to blame Kevin's neurologic tics on strep. Instead of admitting, they most likely passed it on to him genetically.
Okay, but dismissing them isn't gonna help. They are upset and worried.
And what they're doing to try and fix him might wind up killing him.
Hi. So Kevin's scans indicate toxic megacolon. It's a dangerous intestinal infection caused by an overgrowth of opportunistic bacteria.
Which is most likely due to his long-term antibiotic use.
So the new medicine you're giving him should fix it?
It's not that simple. Kevin's bowel is so inflamed, it's become dangerously dilated.
And if it perforates, it's a life-threatening situation, which is why we need to release the pressure from his colon to try and prevent that.
We appreciate your help, but we've spoken with Dr. Kravitz, and he wants Kevin transferred over there.
Dr. Kravitz says if we treat him incorrectly, it's only going to make Kevin's neurologic symptoms worse. He wants to give him an infusion of IVIG to prevent that.
Kevin's tics are the least of his problems right now. We need to focus on treating his infection.
We want that too, but Kevin's tics are a big problem. They're odd, and the kids at school are starting to stare at him.
We just don't want to do anything to compromise his future.
I understand, but...
We'll do the IVIG here.
Natalie.
That would work.
Great. We'll get started right away.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Why are you indulging them like this?
Indulgent.
You know full well that IVIG will have exactly 0 therapeutic benefit.
It's keeping Kevin in the hospital. Why are you being so negative?
I'm just being realistic. The more you humor them, the less likely they'll ever be to seek out an actual effective therapy for what is most likely a genetic neurologic condition.
So what do you want me to do, Will? Have them sign out and leave?
No, you should just give them a placebo, IVIG.
If that's what's gonna allow us to do our job, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do. All finished. You okay, Kevin?
Have a word? Kevin's latest scans show increasing edema across the wall of his bowel, indicating lack of blood flow. At this point, we need to consider surgical resection.
Surgery?
Shouldn't we finish the IVIG first to see if it helps?
He can keep getting it, but we really need to move him upstairs.
We need to call Dr. Kravitz.
Mr. and Mrs. Parks, your son is running out of time.
My wife works tirelessly to try to fix our son's problems, and if she has any hesitation at all, then we need to listen to her.
How about I call Dr. Kravitz and explain the situation to him, okay?
Could you do that?
Of course.
Is there a bathroom nearby?
Right down the hall. Mrs. Parks? Sorry, it's just finishing up. Are you all right?
I'm just stressed
Does that help?
What?
The hand washing.
It used to. In high school. But I stopped for a long time until Kevin got sick.
Having a child with uncontrollable tics must be so stressful.
That's why we've seen so many doctors. My husband likes answers.
Does he know about this?
He's already got enough that he didn't sign up for. What would be the point?
It might help you and Kevin.
I don't see how.
Kathy, you have OCD, like Kevin, and it's not caused by any bacterial infection. It's genetic. Something a child inherits from the parents.
I appreciate your concern, but please, just take care of Kevin's intestines. I'll worry about the rest.
His abdomen's more distended and his pain is getting worse.
Like I was saying, we need to take him up to surgery.
Dale, maybe we should let them.
Are you sure that that's necessary? Did you even talk to Dr. Kravitz? He says that general anesthesia will exacerbate Kevin's pandas.
You're not hearing me. At the moment, that is not our biggest concern.
But Dr. Kravitz
Forget
says...
about Dr. Kravitz. Kevin doesn't have pandas. His tics are from me.
What are you talking about?
He has OCD. It's not from strep, it's genetic. He inherited it from me.
It's a far more likely explanation.
So the antibiotics, all of it.
Never needed them.
It's my fault. All my fault.
Why didn't you tell me you had OCD?
Thought if you knew something was wrong with me, you wouldn't love me.
Do the surgery.
Dale, wait.
We'll get Kevin ready to go upstairs.